too tight the last game. Are we live now?
Yep. I'm going to test out.
All right. See, I can't point it up to the scoreboard.
Yeah, I'll be back. I got to get to him.
All right. It's too tight.
Oh God, are you the Texans fan?
Yep.
Can't work I didn't know that.
Yeah. What? Alright. I kind of. Yep, he does. Alright. What about background? We're actually. Alright. We're actually live right now.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, his battery don't die out by the time the game starts. What time do I need to be here on Friday?
Huh?
I'm ready to keep us on Friday.
Are you?
Yeah. What time do I need to be here? 4? Alright. And we lit up on that side or this side? Over there? Alright. Is this how it's made? Like hanging down? Is that how it's made?
Where's mine at?
Not here yet. This I haven't seen. Usually comes in like a little bit later. Yeah, that's the game me and my dad watching two separate rooms. Because he's a Colts fan, he's like, they're watching two separate rooms.
That's funny.
I have my parking pass in my window tonight.
Oh good.
Anything we'll do tonight?
It'll be all right. Show me what we got.
Yeah, I saw your group text. I was like, okay, games. And that's still too tight.
What up?
Because I can't get it to go up to the scoreboard. I can only get it to go like right there. And for what he does, the pregame show, I have to hold this tripod both to get it down to it. I miss the camera. Why would you just use that? Pretty good camera angle. I feel bad when I'm doing this. People are sitting behind me. I'm like, sorry, I can't sit down. Yeah. I used to sit down during foul shots. I used to sit down during foul shots.
Testing. Testing.
Hell, it's cockeyed to me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Newcastle High School for tonight's junior varsity girls basketball matchup between the visiting New Palestine Lady Dragons and your Newcastle Lady Trojans. Let's meet tonight's starters. First for the visitors, the New Pal Lady Dragons. Starting tonight at guard at 5'3", junior number 5, Riley Christie. At guard at 5'3", junior number 11, Addison Old. At guard at 5'4", junior number 13, Tessa Moore. At forward at 5'11", junior number 23, Margaret Barrett. And at forward at 5'10", sophomore number 32, Madeline Fox. The head coach of the Lady Dragons is Leah Blackburn. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Newcastle Lady Trojans. Starting tonight at forward at 5'8", junior number 20, Maddie Raymond. At guard at 5'4", junior number 5, Kate Blessinger. At forward, a 6-foot freshman, number 51, Kinley Briscoe. At forward, a 5'10", junior freshman, number 24, Addie Lee. And at guard, a 5'2", freshman, number 14, Aubrey Armstrong. The head coach of the Trojans is Alyssa Wilson.
Thank you. Lorenzo. It's loose. That is really good. You rolled that.
Back to basket for Riley Christie. Back on to number 20, Penny Raymond. That is her first of the Trojans. Back on number 11, Addison Old. That is her first on the Dragons.
All right.
Alternating possession, Trojan basketball.
How you doing, man?
How are you?
Very good. How about you?
Doing good.
We felt like yeah, we'll just start shooting Monday. Kyle said if she feels better, it's been like 6, 7 weeks. Sucks.
Outdoor
conditioning.
cold, yeah. Lungs burning.
Mute.
She's in shape.
I'm ready to see him play, actually. I think it was like sixth grade or something I watched her. She was like just
Playing up and then
Maybe turn the volume up a little bit. Turn the volume up a little bit.
Messenger. Kelly Severe and Adeline Smith checking in for new.
we can't we're not good enough to overcome that.
Okay. Two, mic check 1 2. 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 Testing here at Newcastle High School. Testing here at the Newcastle High School. Getting ready for tonight's game between the Newcastle Trojans and the New Palestine Dragons. Again, it's a mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Here at the Newcastle High School. Getting ready for tonight's varsity basketball matchup. Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James. Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How's it sounding? We got it?
There's a delay, but yeah.
All right.
Go up there and you should be able to hear me now. Okay, this is Lorenzo Pettiford. Another sound check in preparation for Lady Trojans basketball. Tonight, our pregame show will be starting roughly at 6:30. Tip-off should be roughly around 7 o'clock. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, Mr. Ryan James. Can you hear me there, Ryan James? Sound check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sound check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lorenzo Pettiford, Lady Trojans basketball coming up. Sound check. Mathers. Points to them. Yeah, delay.
Chelsea Moore.
Release, you got her. Get back, Tinley.
Okay, now, yeah, we're live. No delay. Level check 1, testing a sound check. So when we talk directly into the mic, it is hot. Go down here, that's a much better sound, I believe.
Pick the ball up. Get out there.
Another sound check, Lorenzo Pettiford from the field house. Sound check 1, sound check 1. We are in preparation for Lady Trojans basketball and doing a sound check. Testing 1, testing 1.
Battle of Fox. 30-second timeout.
Of course, that is Bobby Jones in his third year now, guiding this program. And, Coach,
And now we are ready for the sound check for Nash 1025 FM. A sound check for Nash 1025 FM. Lorenzo Pettiford live here in the field house in preparation for Lady Trojans basketball. Our pregame show will be starting in about 15 minutes or so. Tip off to fall. Lady Trojans basketball on Nash 1025 app and Nash FM 1025.com.
Go! Come on! 2.5 minutes. Addie, hey, Addie, you bring the ball up. Let's see if we can find a point guard. Watch back door, Maddie. There you go, Dad. Hands up. Pressure, pressure. Here we go, he's got ball, he's got ball, he's got ball. Up there, up there, up there.
Back on number 3, Lana Ward. That is her first. She's first.
Go help me, Addie.
What does 6 feet tall matter if you refuse to box out? If you want to stand next to somebody and jump, it don't matter how tall you are. Take point, Addie. Take ball.
Tessa Moore.
She doesn't touch anybody. Hustle, hustle, get down! Feet set, Addie, or Alana, feet set, Alana, and then she goes to Auburn's side. And then we have a little on this side, and she goes to Auburn's side. Like, look at us.
I'm like chill out. I'm not in the position to do that. They'll tell you to be more than that.
Even also telling you the way they play, they're not even Match up! Match up! Match up! Match up! Deny! Deny!
Test one. Good evening, Lady Trojan basketball fans, and welcome to Game 6 for your 3-2 Bobby Jones-led Newcastle Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine. In their last outing at Muncie Central, the Lady Trojans scored their most points of the season, winning 71-34. That was their second road win of the year, and tonight's tough task will be against the number 13 New Palestine Dragons and their third-year head coach Craig Moore. This will be the second time that the Lady Trojans have played a top 15 opponent in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. They lost to Pilton Heights earlier in the year, 62-31. It's our Lady Trojans hosting the Lady Dragons on the all-new Nash 1025 app and Nash FM 1025.com. And you can also obviously check us out on the video stream. Just go to YouTube, click on the NC Trojan Report. That's the NC Trojan Report on YouTube, and you can check out not only Lady Trojans basketball, but men's Trojans basketball as well. So tonight's tough task, again, will be against the number 13 New Palestine Dragons. And again, their third-year head coach, Craig Moore, is running this program. As always, I had a chance to sit down with the head skipper of our Lady Trojans, and that is Bobby Jones now in his third year. We talked about the big win at Muncie Central right before the Thanksgiving break, and then we previewed tonight's matchup against the number 13 Dragons of New Palestine. So let's go to that interview.
Before we talk Lady Trojans basketball, how was the holiday break? How was the turkey day with you and the wife, Chelsea, and the kids, Lindley, Damien, Briella, and Graham?
Had a great Thanksgiving. Normally we'll go over to her mom's house of the evening and her dad's house in the mornings. And this year we elected to stay at home, and my wife cooked a huge, really good dinner, and we enjoyed it. So that was the first time in many years that we had stayed home, and it was a much-needed rest.
Good, good. Coach, what's your go-to dish? Mine is my mom's favorite oyster dressing. What's your go-to dish?
Chicken and noodles and my mom's green beans.
Oh, yeah, man. See, just talking now, we're ready for round 3 of Thanksgiving, probably.
I think I had 4 plates. So.
Well, Coach, getting back now, focusing on Lady Trojans basketball. In the last outing that your Lady Trojans played, it was on the road at Muncie Central. A little bit of a slow start in that first quarter. You led 12-10, but boy, after that, did you guys really pick it up. Second quarter, you go for 25 points. Third quarter, you put up 14. Fourth quarter, you put up 20. So second, third, and fourth quarter, you combined for almost 60 points.
I think starting in that second quarter, our press really started to bother them. You know, Muncie Central is rebuilding, but they've got enough athleticism to kind of make you play their brand of basketball, and that's kind of what we did in the first quarter. We were allowing their best player to go coast to coast and shoot layups on us and, you know, weave in and out of our zone, and we tightened that up in the second quarter, and the press really started to hurt them, and we had a nice little lead there at halftime, and we were able to extend that into the third quarter coming out after halftime.
And there's nothing like having a player that you can just rely on. Speaking of Carly Lands, as far as putting up points and getting rebounds, she's doing such a good job on the glass for you this year. Just another solid game for Carly. 16 points and at least.
Do that this year. I think she knows that in order for us to be successful, she's not only got to score, but we've got to have her rebounding as well. And I haven't looked at the stats here lately, but I would venture to guess that she is probably leading us in rebounding right now too.
Yeah. And you guys are so deep. We talked about this right away in the beginning of the year with the addition of the loose twins moving in from Wapahani. But Peyton Blessinger just really came into her own in that game. I think she knocked down at least 4 threes. She had, on my scorecard, I believe, 14 points or so. And, of course, you got Piper Arthur coming off the bench as well as some others. So, but Peyton really shined in that game at Muncie Central.
Yeah, that was good for her. You know, it was a big confidence builder for Peyton, having set out a year and jumping right back into it. She's got pretty high expectations of herself, and a lot of times she's a little too hard on herself, but it was nice to see her come in and knock down some shots and get that confidence going. And It's almost like she's been a different person since then in practice, playing with a lot more confidence and just making the most of the minutes that she is getting, and I expect those minutes to go up. And, you know, coming into this year, we knew that we were going to be a really good shooting team, and we've done that in spurts. But if we're going to be successful like we're capable of being, meaning in the win column, Peyton's got to be able to knock down shots when she's open. Alana's got to be able to knock down shots when she's open. Piper's got to be able to knock down shots. Carly, even Megan and Emily are good outside shooters too. So we've got a lot of weapons right there, but it doesn't matter if you're not making shots. So tonight's going to be a test for us. I think we're going to get a lot of open shots. We just got to make them.
I also thought you guys did a better job of taking each possession and protecting the basketball. Not as many turnovers on the road at Muncie Central.
Yeah, and sometimes that's tough to do when you have a team that's, you know, really gritty on defense, that's guarding you and athletic and not afraid to foul you a little bit and get into you a little bit and force turnovers. You know, kind of reminded me of Anderson the last couple of years there in the first quarter. But you know, we continue to take care of the basketball. Tonight will be a test in that regard. New Pal plays a lot like Pendleton does in that they are aggressive. Difference is New Pal plays a lot of zone. Pendleton played a lot of man. So we've got to be able to take care of the basketball. You know, we've got to be able to drive gaps against their zone, and we'll get good shots if we throw good passes. So we've got to be able to break down their defense and get the ball where it needs to be and capitalize and make those outside shots.
You're right, Coach. Tonight you go back to Hoosier Heritage Conference play, and it's the second opponent in the top 15 that you will face tonight in the number 13, I believe now, New Palestine Dragons. They're number 13. You played Pendleton Heights earlier in the year. They're number 10. They've got 4 players, speaking of New Pal, that are pretty much hovering around double digits, but their leading player, I believe it's Sadie Hubank, who's averaging 13 points, almost 5 rebounds a game. She's a handful.
Very good on the boards. So we've got to find a way to keep her off the boards and not let her post up with her back to the basket. She's very active inside, and she'll step out and shoot it too. And then they've got another player, number 25, Krim, who's kind of a clone of her, more of an inside player than Hubanks is. And between those two, they're very good rebounders. I mean, those two are their first and second leading rebounders. So hopefully between Mallory Owens and Caden Minyard and even Kinley Briscoe, when she gets in there tonight, maybe we can neutralize that a little bit. But the thing about New Pal is, you know, we've had 2 close games with them the last couple years. And last year when we played them over there, Mallory got hurt almost 2 minutes into the game, and we were without her the entire game and still had a chance to win it. And then 2 years ago when they were here, we were up 8 in the fourth quarter and couldn't hang on. So the thing about New Pal is that they have girls that walk out on the floor expecting to win, and their body language says it. They're all softball players, and we all know how good New Pal's softball program is.
That's right.
So those girls expect to win no matter what, and there's a lot to be said for that.
And maybe a little slight advantage. You have not yet played since your girls have taken the Thanksgiving turkey break. They've got one game under their belt. They beat Whiteland 49-35 to get some of that turkey off of them. But I don't know how big of an advantage it is, but at least they've had a chance to play a game after the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, with any break as a coach, you worry about that, you know. Are we going to pick up where we left off? I mean, we scored over 70 points at Muncie Central. So we know that the ability to do that is there, but are we going to pick up where we left off, or are we going to be starting back from scratch? You always worry about that as a coach, but I will tell you this, the practices that we've had since Muncie Central have been very good practices. Our girls have done a good job of preparing each other for tonight's game and getting after each other in practice. And, you know, we try to stress to them that if they are each other's toughest opponent every day in practice, game nights will come easy. We're not quite to that point yet, but hopefully, you know, mid-season or a little after that, we're to the point where we're each other's toughest opponent in practice, and then on game nights, we walk out on the floor expecting to win every game.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck tonight. We'll talk to you in the post-game show.
All right, thank you.
That's head coach Bobby Jones of our Lady Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine, and we'll continue with more of our pregame show after this timeout. It's the Lady Trojans hosting the Lady Dragons right here on Nash 1025 app and also on the Newcastle Trojans Report via the YouTube stream.
And X's and O's. Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic event. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
And back we are inside the field house here in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Glad to have you on board with us. Of course, you can listen to the broadcast for Lady Trojans and Men Trojans basketball on the Nash 1025 app. Just go to your smartphone or your tablet and download the app, Nash 1025 app. You can listen that way, or you can simply go to NashFM1025.com. The other way, again, is NashFM1025.com. And, of course, the video stream and my hard-working cameraman behind me, Mr. Ryan James. You can watch and hear my voice by going to YouTube and go to the NC Trojans Report, NC for Newcastle. Just type in NC Trojans Report. Click on that Trojan white and green emblem and go to the live stream, and you can enjoy the game that way as well. We are just a few minutes away from tip-off here for the sixth game of the year for Bobby Jones and his Lady Trojans. The Lady Trojans come in averaging just under 54 points a ball game while giving up 47. They're now 3-2 on the season. They beat Rushville to start the season off 51-38. Then they lost to number 10 New Pal in 3A basketball 62-31. Then they got back on the winning trail against Union County at home, and they take care of 66-46. Then it was another road trip to Delta in Hoosier Heritage Conference play. They had a tough loss there at 55-50, and then they visited the Muncie Central Bearcats in their last outing before the Thanksgiving break, and they put up the most points they've scored all season, 71 points, 60 in the final three quarters to win 71-34. Newcastle is averaging 27 rebounds, 12 assists, 13.5 steals, and 19 turnovers per ball game. Their opponent tonight is the 7-1 New Palestine Dragons, who come in ranked number 13 in 3A basketball. They also participate, obviously, in the Hoosier Heritage Conference, and their head coach, Craig Moore, is also in his third year with the record of 33 wins and 24 losses. Last year, this team went 12-12 and lost the championship game to Ron Colley, 59-48. In Craig Moore's first year, he went 14-11 and again lost the championship game in sectional play that year to Mount Vernon, 48-39. They started off the year this year with a 4-game winning streak, beating Brebeuf, Batesville, Indian Creek, and Greenwood. Then they lost to Franklin Central 66-30, and now they're back on the winning trail again, 3 in a row this time, beating Connorsville, Rushville, and on the 29th of this month, they took care of Whiteland 46-34. 35. They're averaging 50 points per contest while giving up 36 and a half. They average 27 rebounds as well, 11 assists, 12 steals, but they only turn it over 12 times per contest compared to Newcastle's almost 20. So it sets up for a good Hoosier Heritage Conference battle here inside the field house in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. We are set for the national anthem. We're going to come back with the starting lineups right after this.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless.
And back we are now inside the field house. We're going to get you set for the starting lineups. First of all, for the Dragons of New Pal, number 13 in 3A basketball with a record of 7-1. Number 13 is the 5'9 senior, Sadie Hughbanks. Hughbanks is averaging a team-high 13 points and just under 4 rebounds a game. Number 1 is Haven Flagel. Flagel is a 5'7 sophomore, averaging just under 10 points a ball game. She pulls down a team-high 5.5 rebounds and 2 assists. Number 25 is a 5'9 sophomore, Brooklyn Krim. Krim, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. Number 13 is Gabriella Brown. She's a 5'5 senior, 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists a game. And rounding out their starting 5 is Kendra Moore, a 5'5 senior, 4.5 points, 1.5 assists, and 1 rebound a game. Now for our Lady Trojans, under the tutelage of Bobby Jones, the starting 5 will be number 4, the 5'5 senior, the playmaker, Emily Luce. Luce is averaging 6 points, just under 4 rebounds, and a team-high 5.5 assists. Her twin sister is Megan Luce. She wears number 13. She's a 5'6 senior. Megan is averaging 7.5 points, 3 rebounds, and 1.5 assists. The do-it-all guard, Carly Lanzer, wears number 2. She's a 5'9 sophomore. Team-high 17.5 points, just under 8 boards a game, and 2 assists per contest. Number 25 is the starting center, the 6-foot junior, Mallory Owens. Owens, 4 points and 4 rebounds per contest. And rounding out the starting 5 for Bobby Jones is Caden Minyard, number 30, the 5'8 senior, 2 points and 2 rebounds a game. But a lot of hustle out there from Caden Minyard. So it'll be Luce, Emily style, Megan Luce, facing a man-to-man defense. Left side, she goes to Lanzer. She'll attack the left baseline, right zone defense. Right side, it is Brown with it. Just underway. Glad to have you on board with us for Lady Trojans basketball. Here is Hughbanks, not wasting any time, with a trifecta from the right side to put the Dragons up 3-0. Luce goes left side to Lanzer again. Lanzer looks inside, nothing there. Top of the key to Minyard. Right wing to Emily Luce. Now Megan Luce has it at the top of the key, and there's going to be a reach-in foul on Haven Flagel to get the first foul of the ball game. Obviously, that's their team's first as well. Number 11, Kendra Moore, is the coach's daughter for the Dragons. She's guarding Emily Luce right now. Craig Moore, the third-year head coach for the Dragons. 33 and 24 in those 3 years. And Emily will drag the pivot foot up top. The first turnover of the ball game for Newcastle. Moore with it. Now Eubanks right side to Brown. Brown will get to the free throw line, toss it out to Moore. Eubanks, who's hit a three from that area, now will go wild pass towards the top of the key. That is their first turnover. Each team with an early turnover here in the first quarter. 6:28 to play. Again, we want to thank our outstanding cameraman, Ryan James, directly behind me, that you can watch and hear my voice. And you can also just hear my voice on the Nash 102.5 app and Nash FM 1025.com. Loose on a take from the left side. She will draw the contact. I believe that's going to be on the coach's daughter, Kendra Moore. We'll double check it with the official. Yes, number 11. That is her first, the team second. And Lanzer will do the honors underneath her own basket. Lanzer throws it out to Megan Luce. Back to Carly. Carly guarded tightly. Now it is Megan Luce going inside to Minyard, off the glass, too strong. Rebound fought for, and the Trojans have it. Owens back out to Emily Luce. Here's Minyard's free throw jumper, no good, and the rebound will come down to the Dragons. Long court pass to Moore. Into Eubanks. They lose it, their second turnover. Carly quickly down the court. Attacks from the right side. Gets bumped. No call. Now she will actually get a break, in my opinion. She got bumped early. No call. Then I thought Eubanks was sitting in good position to draw the foul, but they'll call the block on Eubanks. So I guess if you miss one, you'll make it up on the other side. So Lanzer, who is going to the line shooting 76% on the season, 25 out of 33, will have two here. First one is up and good. Oh, I'm sorry, that went in? I got to get my eyes checked. That was the and one for Carly. So down at the other end, the Trojans will knock it out of bounds, and it will stay Dragons basketball. I was looking at that contact so in depth that I didn't see the basket go in by Carly. Here's a missed shot by Krim, and they get their own rebound. And now a reach-in foul by, I believe, Piper Arthur, who has checked in for the Lady Trojans. Yes, that is Piper's first, the team's first. So we're tied at 3. Now Moore, left wing, top of the key, that is Flagel. Flagel go right side to Brown. Moore, top of the key, left wing to Flagel again. Oh, bad pass, and that will lead to an over and back. They have 3 turnovers here in the opening quarter. They average 12 a contest, so they're currently on pace to do a little bit more than that with 5 minutes to go here in the opening period. Tied at 3, Emily Luce will attack. She'll go left wing to Lanzer. Lanzer left baseline drive, and there's the arm bar that they've let slide a couple times, but this time they'll call Brown on it. And that will be the team's 4th, I believe. Yes, so one more foul with just under 5 minutes to play will send the Lady Trojans to the line to shoot 2. A lot of time with his sister, but couldn't convert. Here is Krim inside off the back of the rim, no good, and it will be Lady Trojans basketball. Bobby Jones up, giving instructions to his Lady Trojans, talking to Carly. 4:34 left in the opening period. I know Coach Jones would love to see Lady Trojans stay aggressive and attack the rim because, again, any more fouls will send you to the line. Right side, bad bounce pass, loose to Arthur will be the second turnover on the Lady Trojans. Newcastle is shooting 68% from the charity stripe so far. in their first 5 games, 50 out of 74. Right corner, that is Eubanks to Flagel. Going down the right side of the lane, almost lost it, gets control of it again as we approach the 4-minute mark. Caden Minyard will be checking back in for Newcastle, and with this dead ball, here she comes. Checking out for the Lady Trojans will be Piper Arthur. Trojans staying in their 2-3 zone defense with the Loose Twins up top, Lanzer and Minyard on the wings, and Mallory Owens in the middle. Flagel to Brown. Got away with a step, I believe, there. Flagel cross-court pass to Moore. Right corner, it's Krim. Left corner now, I believe that's Flagel with the jumper. No good, and Krim's got the rebound. And kicks out for a 3 to Moore. They miss it, get another rebound. And this time on the drive, Moore will draw the contact. This foul will be against Carly Lanzer. That is Lanzer's first, the team's second. And going to the line will be Kendra Moore, who's 4 out of 6 on the season. That's 67%. She'll knock down her first. Dragons recapture a lead at 4-3. Here's the second one by Moore, and it's good. Good form, good follow-through, good release, good results. Right side, Megan Luce, trifecta off the back of the rim. Minyard could not get that rebound, and the Dragons throw a pass down to Moore. They can't control it, but Newcastle can't control that carom off of Moore's hand, so it will stay Dragons basketball. Good look for Megan Luce on that right side. Just couldn't knock down that trifecta. 5-3 lead, and Flagel will make it an 8-3 lead as he knocks down a trifecta. They have made 2 here in the quarter. 8-3, Dragons. Newcastle does have the rock. Here's Carly Lanzer, guarded tightly by Brown. High right side. Carly will keep her dribble alive, get to the free throw line, all kinds of contact, more contact, no call. Now Emily Luce to her sister Megan. She gets into the paint, sets up Caden Minyard's left baseline jumper is good. Nice assist from Megan Luce. Newcastle with some full court pressure, and Craig Moore is screaming for a timeout. He will get it with 2:34 left in the opening quarter. The Dragons have the lead, 8-5, back after this timeout.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Back we are inside the field house here. Hands are out with those 2 fouls. So Carly will set with 3 of the 7 points for the Lady Trojans. Sees their lead, the team's leading score at 17.5 the contest. 44.5 seconds left in the first. Here's a pass to Krim. Krim will try to get it to Sadie Eubanks. She will drive from the left side, no good, and Newcastle has their second rebound in the quarter, 9th of the ball game. Emily Luce over to Megan Luce, back to sister Emily. Those 2 playing catch. Right side to Orr. Now left corner, Minyard. Shot is up off the mark. Alana Orr has the rebound. Kicks it out to Emily. Back to Orr. Running shot up is partially blocked. And that will be a turnover over to the Dragons. Eubanks on a drive from the right side, draws the contact. She's going to go to the line for the first time tonight where she shoots a team high 79%, 31 out of 39. That's a lot of attempts on the season thus far. She's got 2 here, and she will miss that one. Rare miss for almost 80% free throw shooting for Eubanks. She will have one more to try to make it a 5-point lead. Lancer will check back in with those 2 fouls. Eubanks will go 1 out of 2 in that set, and it gives the Dragons their largest lead of 5, 6:24 here left before we take our halftime break. So out there for the Trojans, it's Piper Arthur, Alana Orr, Carly Lancer, Emily Luce, and Mallory Owens. Arthur will launch. Right side 3, got it. Another one of those deadly shooters that Bobby Jones has is Piper Arthur. That time she'll connect from the right side. Here is almost a bad pass by the Dragons, but they will control it. Murdick with the basketball. Left side to Sadie Eubanks. Eubanks will throw it to Moore. Moore will throw it away. First turnover in the quarter, 6th of the ball game for the Dragons. 14-12 is your score. Newcastle trails by 2, but they do have the pumpkin, and they'll bring it across the timeline. Emily Luce gets a pick from Orr. Back to Alana. High, top of the key area. Dribbles to the left baseline, gives it to Mallory Owens. Here is Emily Luce attacking from the left side. She'll throw it away. Turnover number 5 for the Trojans. And there was a carry by a Dragon, but they do not call it, and instead it will be Murdick with the foul. That is her first and the team's first here in the second quarter. Eubanks will check out for the Dragons. Newcastle again has a chance to tie it up with the 2. A 3 would give the Trojans their first lead here in the first half. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left to play here in the first half. Lancer, right side to Arthur, attacking the right baseline. She'll throw it away. 6 turnover on Newcastle. Here is Murdick's 3 from the left corner. That's her second trifecta of the ball game. She came in shooting 5 out of 19, 26%. Orr's 3, left corner, looks short than it is, and Moore's got the rebound off to the races and will dribble off her foot. That is their 7th turnover. Caden Minyard will come back in for the Lady Trojans. Alana Orr will check out. 17-12 is your score. The Dragons have made it back to their 5-point lead, their largest, which they've had earlier. Piper Arthur, high right side. Gets a pick from Owens. Gives it to Carly Lancer. Lancer's been somewhat quiet. She did sit out for a while with those 2 fouls. A bullet pass through Owens, and that shot was blocked by number 34, Allison White, a 6'2 senior, as they found Mallory Owens on that right block, but a good block by White. Lancer to inbounds. She does to Arthur in the right corner. And Arthur stepped on that side baseline. That's their 7th turnover. 4:20 left before we take our halftime break. The Dragons, any type of score here would give them their largest lead of the first half. They up by 5 right now. Murdick, you got to keep an eye on her. She's knocked down 2 3 balls. In the crim, shot up, no good. Arthur's got that rebound. Quickly down the court, Arthur with it. Top of the key, Emily Luce, in and out, no good. Mallory can't control that rebound. Here's Murdick with it. Gets to the free throw line. She loses it. 8th turnover on the Dragons. Here's Emily Luce from the right side. Stop, nice stop, and she'll score. She waited for that defender to fly by, and Emily Luce is in the scoring column, gets her first field goal. 3-point lead for the Dragons. Right side, Brown with it. 3:20 left in the first half. 17-14, Dragons lead. Murdick with it. Into White. White will be fouled. If that's Lanzer, it's going to be her third. Oh, it will be on Lanzer. Owens and Lanzer was there, and they chose Lanzer. And head coach Bobby Jones says, I've got to sit you the rest of the first half. So Carly will come out as well as Mallory Owens. So out there for the Lady Trojans, it's Orr, Arthur, Emily Luce, trying to get through these officials and head coach Bobby Jones. So it is Minyard and Briscoe, Emily Luce, Orr, and Arthur. That Dragons basketball as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first half. Almost a steal by Emily. Right corner to Brown. She almost walks, and I think she did. And they did call it. A little bit of delay there, but that will be their 9th turnover. And Newcastle facing some full court pressure. Or across the – nope, she doesn't go across the timeline. She throws it back, and now it is Emily Luce with it. Into the paint. Right corner to set up Orr's three. Too strong and off the mark. Rebound, the Dragons. Long pass down to Murdick. She will go in from the left side and be fouled. Looks like Orr will get that foul. And that's going to be Alana's first foul. And the team's fourth. Any more fouls in the final 2:41 will continue to send the Dragons to the line. This free throw was kind of rushed and low and missed by Murdick. She will have one more. They are 3 out of 5 in the second quarter from the line. 2 out of 2 in the opening quarter. This one is up and off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound to Minyard. They shoot an impressive 76% from the charity stripe as a team, but not doing that well in the first half. 3-point lead for the Dragons. Newcastle does have the basketball. A three could tie it up. Emily Luce, top of the key. Left side to Orr. She's got one in there off the mark. Briscoe fighting for that rebound. She gets tied up with Eubanks. Good hustle by Briscoe to keep that Lady Trojans basketball. 2:16 left in the first half. Emily Luce will inbound. She throws it left corner. Arthur sets up for a three. Look off the mark. And that rebound comes down to the Dragons. Murdick will lose it, and Orr's got it. That is their 10th turnover. Newcastle, with 2 minutes to go, has that pass deflected off of Murdick. It will stay Trojans basketball. Exactly 2 minutes left in the first half. See if the Trojans can find a way to outplay the Dragons here in the final 2 minutes and maybe get a lead, which would go a long way in this first half. Brown seems to be a little bit gimpy out there, number 13 for the Dragons. Arthur had a look but didn't take. Right side now it's Orr. Luce will launch. That will be off the mark. Briscoe with the rebound. She goes back up and will score. Kinley Briscoe, the freshman, getting on track. It's a 1-point ball game. Brown air dribble, gets away with the left-handed shot up, no good. And there's White with the rebound and a putback. 1:15 left in the first half, 19-16. Dragons have the 3-point lead. 70 seconds left in the first half. Left corner, Arthur. Top of the key to Emily Luce. Arthur, left corner, threes in the air, off the mark, and Moore will bring down their 14th rebound. Moore brings it across the timeline to Brown. Now it's White. Now Murdick's three, good. That's her third one in the first half, second in the quarter, and they have their largest lead, 22-16. 35 seconds left in the first half. Or Out to Emily Luce. Gets into the paint, and they're going to call the touch foul, I believe, on Moore. That will be her second and the team's second. Flagel will come in for the Dragons. Coming out is a gimpy Gabriella Brown. With 31 seconds, Orr will inbounds for the Lady Trojans. Right corner to Luce. Emily style. Top of the key, it's Orr. Left side, it is Arthur. Gets into the paint. Shot is partially blocked. That's a turnover, their eighth. Dragons pushing it down the court. Moore to Hughbanks. Now to Flagel. Flagel gets into the paint. Shot up, no good. Rebound will carry him out to Moore with 8 seconds. Left corner, Flagel. And there is a foul on a Lady Trojan. They're going to give that to Caden Minyard. That is Minyard's third foul. So 2 Trojans with 3 fouls here. How did Minyard get 3? I missed it. So going to the line is Flagel. That's the 15th foul on the Lady Trojans. This one is up and good. Flagel shoots 76%. They have shot 2, 4, 6, 7. This will be free throw number 8 here in the second quarter. This one is up and good. Flagel goes 2 for 2 in that set. Right side Orr, 3's in the air, off the mark, no good, and that's how the half will end. On the Lady Trojan scoreboard, the number 13th ranked New Palestine Dragons will go into the halftime locker room with an 8-point lead. They lead 24-16. We're going to take our halftime break. We'll also be playing the Commissioner's Report. We'll come back and look at some college basketball games that are on tonight, a couple games involving some ranked opponents. We'll look at the NBA schedule, a quick look at the NFL, all that and more in our halftime show. It's Lady Trojans basketball on the Nash 102.5 app and Nash FM 102.5.com, and check out the video stream on the NC Trojan Report via the YouTube.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and team, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics.
This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At D, we're on a mission to help veterans veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
Get on board. The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board.
And now we're going to get you set for the Commissioner's Report. And again, our halftime score here inside the field house. It is 24-16. The number 3 ranked New Palestine Dragons scored 11 points in the first quarter. They held Newcastle to 7. And then in the second quarter, they outscored the Lady Trojans by a count of 13-9 to give them their 8-point lead at the half, 24-16. We are now going to play the Commissioner's Report and come back with our halftime show in just a minute, right after the Commissioner's Report.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Paul, just talking off the air about the Great Ball State Finals this past weekend over at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Well-attended, great games played. You were there. What's your reflection on the girls volleyball state finals in downtown Indianapolis and the experience that everybody got to have?
Well, I think, first of all, our Gamebridge Fieldhouse has been billed as the greatest field house in the country, and I think it actually one more time lived up to that billing, and it's not just a basketball event or a concert event. I mean, this is their second event with a volleyball there, and they transitioned that facility into an incredible volleyball atmosphere. Couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. And, you know, we crowned 4 champions. We had incredible attendance. We were almost 6,500 on the day, which is a really good number. We hope to continue to grow that.
Now, it's always busy season at the IHSAA, but especially now as we're in this month of November with things transitioning from the volleyball state finals into girls and boys basketball, both getting underway soon. We'll talk about that shortly, Paul, but of course the regional round of this year's IHSAA football state tournament coming up this Friday, and that of course will lead the semi-state, and we're just a couple weeks away from crowning state champions over at Lucas Oil Stadium. You know, it's official, as we talked about a couple weeks ago. Miles McLaughlin from Knox is the state's new all-time leading rusher, passing Charlie Spiegel's mark from New Palestine. And Knox and Miles McLaughlin are going to play for a chance this Friday to get to the semi-state round. You know, we talked about this a few weeks ago too, Paul, about the Indiana athlete and how it continues to grow and make landmarks in this country. What can you say about it? Because it almost looked like at times Charlie Spiegel's record was going to stand the test of time until Miles McLaughlin came in. So what's your reaction to that happening and just the strength of the Indiana athlete continuing to show that they can break records.
Well, you love it when a community, a student, a kid that is part of a community has an opportunity to advance to the big stage, and this is the big stage. When Derrick Henry mentions you in one of his podcasts, I think you've made it, and so it's incredible. But, we have kids across the board that compete at a very, very high level, and that, Indiana is just a special place to grow up and participate in an education-based athletic system. The story is being captured. We talked a little bit today in the office about, when Damon Bailey captured Indiana, and then Romeo Langford, and there's Charlie Spiegel did for his time. And this young man has got his time on the big stage and has captured the attention of the state of Indiana. It's just so special that matters here in Indiana, because it doesn't everywhere.
It's incredible. Paul Neidig, the commissioner of the IHSAA, with us on the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King. Paul, as we talked about, girls basketball games are underway. The first practice for boys basketball was held just a few days ago prior to us talking on this podcast and this section of the Commissioner's Corner. And the first games will be played on November 24th. So just as you get set for the high school basketball seasons, girls and boys, anything on your mind as you're heading into, whether that's rules, regulations, or just what you're looking forward to this year?
Well, I look forward to, it's that time that we need to move indoors. We're certainly going to have incredible weather for the football this weekend, but the snow hit this past week, which signals it's time to go inside. And, and with our swimmers and with our wrestling, boys and girls, and boys and girls basketball, it's
Okay, that was the Commissioner's report. Want to interrupt that just so that we can bring you some quick halftime stats before we start the second half. Lorenzo Pettiford sitting midcourt. Some scoring, first of all, for our Newcastle Trojan. It was Emily Luce with 2. Carly Lanzer had 3. Piper Arthur hit a trifecta. She had 3. Mallory Owens with the field goal with 2. Kaden Minyard's 4 points leads the Lady Trojans. Scoring column at the half, and Kinley Briscoe, the freshman, off the bench, added a field goal. Newcastle was 1 out of 2 from the line, 11 rebounds, and 8 turnovers. For the Dragons of New Powell, they were led in scoring by Sawyer Murdoch, who came off the bench and hit 3 trifectas. She's got 9 points. Sadie Eubanks has 4. Haven Flagel has 5. Kendra Moore has 4, and Allison White with 2. They were 7 out of 10 from the free throw line were the Dragons. They had 10 turnovers and 15 rebounds. And now let's get you set for second half action with the Lady Trojans trailing by 8, 24-16. The 3 men wearing the black and white stripes, Bob Walsh, Paul Williams, and Kevin Barrow, are ready to get us going. It will be Dragons basketball, and it is Newcastle start in a man-to-man defense. Right side, the Dragons go. Now top right side, it is Brown. Underneath the crim, off the glass, no good, and Lanzer will pull down the first rebound of the second half. That is Newcastle's 12. Here's Megan Luce, left side 3, short, and Mallory could not control that rebound. It will be Dragons basketball. Brown with it. Eubanks 3, top of the key, short, and that rebound will come down to Megan Luce. Cross-court pass to Arthur on the right wing. Tries a bounce pass to Owens in the paint. That was kicked off the leg of a Dragon. Stays Newcastle basketball. Just underway, second half. Trojans trailing by 8, 24-16. Got outscored in that second quarter by 4, 13-9. In the opening quarter by 4, 11-7. Emily Luce attacking from the left side. Left-handed shot up good. Nice, tough drive for Emily on the left side. Here's the turnover. They're first in the quarter. 11th up the ball game. Carly Lanzer just picked up number 4. That was huge. Carly just not able to stay in the ball game tonight. 4 fouls, a quick one here in the third. She dipped that shoulder in there. So she will sit with 4 big ones, and the Trojans trying to cut into this 8-point deficit, have it down to 6. Piper Arthur with the steal, and then she will be fouled by Flagel. They have 2 turnovers in the third quarter due to the Dragons, 12 in the ballgame. And coming in will be the one who was red hot for the Dragons in their red uniform is Murdoch. Loose Twins looking out for this half-court trap by the Dragons. Here's Megan Luce's 3. Count it! That is Megan Luce's 5th trifecta of the season. She came in 4 out of 20, and it's a 3-point ball game and a 3rd turnover by the Dragons. Number 13 in the ball game, 3rd in the quarter. And Newcastle only trails by 3 now, 24-21, with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the third. Arthur, nice bounce pass to Mallory. Kicks it out to Emily Luce. Running one-handed shot up is good. And it's a 1-point ball game with 6 minutes to play in the third. Full court pressure. And the Trojans cause another turnover. 4 turnovers in the quarter for the Dragons, 14 in the ball game, and with 5:55 here in the third, the Trojans can take the lead. Here's Emily Luce for the lead. It's good. Or make it Megan. Megan Luce, her second trifecta. Trojans have their first lead of the contest, 26-24. Right side, Eubanks. Her 3 is off the mark. Krim with the rebound back up. Misses it. Eubanks gets the rebound back up, and she's fouled. 2 rebounds by the Dragons help them in that possession. But the Trojans come out of the halftime locker room. Megan Luce and Emily Luce combining for 10 points. And they have their first lead. Only a 2-point and now a 1-point lead because Eubanks hits her first free throw in this set. She is 2 out of 3 so far. She will have 1 more to try to tie it up. This one is up and no good. Briscoe with that rebound for Newcastle. So Newcastle will keep their 1-point lead now. 5:20 left in the third. Left side Megan Luce, who is piping red hot from this side in this third quarter. Throws it to her sister. She gets to the free throw line. Here's Minion on a take from the right side. Spin move. Now right side Megan. Oh, I thought she was going to launch. Bad pass. I wish she would have. Here's a layup by Murdoch, and she will miss it. Rebound Newcastle. That's the Trojans' first turnover in the quarter, and Bobby Jones says, I want a timeout, and we will keep this one here and take care of some good sponsors like McDonald's, 1720 South Memorial Drive in Newcastle, Indiana. McDonald's wants to thank you, Newcastle, for all of your unwavering support during the road construction on Memorial Drive. We deeply appreciate your patience and loyalty. McDonald's could not be happier to be a part of this wonderful community. We are thrilled to cheer on the Newcastle Trojan student athletes, standing by your side as you aim for victory. Here's to a bright future together in Newcastle. Let's go Trojans. Hey folks, is your ride sounding a little rough, just not running right? Go to the reliable and trusted Fix-It Pros at Broad Street Motors, 1556th Street, Broad Street. Newcastle, Indiana. They can help you with tune-ups, computer diagnostics, oil changes, brakes, shocks and struts, AC repair. They will fix it right the first time. Broad Street Motors in Newcastle, where performance meets peace of mind. And finally, Duty Calls Plumbing, located at 490 Indiana Avenue in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Whether it's pipe repair, faucet installation, shower installation, plumbing leaks, call the experts at Duty Calls Plumbing, 765-310-1333. So, The Trojans will come out of their timeout, leading by 1, 4:53 to play here in the third. Here is Peyton Blessinger. Thought about the three. We'll give it to Megan Luce. Megan now to sister Emily. Back to Megan. Here's Blessinger's three. No good. And the rebound will come down to the Dragons. Blessinger at Muncie Central caught fire big time in the second half, knocking down 4 trifectas. Eubanks misses a point-blank layup from the right block. Rebound will be tipped out of bounds off a Trojan. 26-25, 4:24 left in the third quarter. Trojans with the 1-point lead. Brown will inbounds underneath their own basket. She throws it top of the key to Moore. Moore will get a reach-in foul on Blessinger, I believe. Yes, that will be Peyton's first foul and the team's third here in the third quarter. Dragons just have one team foul with 4:20 to play in the third. They inbounds to Moore. White has it, almost knocked out of her hands, hits a nice pass to Brown. Trojans fell asleep inside, and the Dragons recapture the lead by 1, 27-26. Peyton Blessinger. High right side, now top of the key, Emily Luce. Under the 4-minute mark we go. Gets a pick from Mallory Owens. Bounce pass to Mallory, and it will be knocked out of her hands. It will stay Lady Trojans basketball. Didn't get a chance to really look at any of these college scores and other things that we wanted to do at the half. The commissioner's report took most of my halftime time. Blessinger open for 3. It's blocked by Eubanks. It will stay Newcastle basketball. Nice hustle play by Eubanks. Saw Blessinger open in that left corner. Inside to Emily Luce. And bad pass. Eubanks has got the steal and will attack from the right side and score. She is a good defensive player that can anticipate passes, gets into the passing lanes. And Newcastle with their second turnover in the quarter. Emily Luce gets bumped, but they're not going to call that. And she definitely traveled. I thought she got a little bump to help her travel. Back-to-back turnovers by Newcastle. Turnover number 11, third in the quarter. And the 3-point lead by the Dragons with the basketball here with 3:20 left in the third. Full court pressure by Newcastle. Eubanks with it, right side. Gives it to Brown. Brown will bring it out to the top of the key. Newcastle back to their 2-3 zone. Oh, there was a walk, I thought, with the basketball. And Craig Moore wants a timeout. We'll keep this timeout here as well. Take care of some more good sponsors like the good people at Walls Furniture and Mattress, 3611 Nebo Road, Muncie, Indiana, across from Meyer. All kinds of holiday things going on at Walls Furniture right now. Make sure you visit their website at wallsfurniture.com and check out some of the great promotional and sales happening with their huge selection of brand names on beds and their furniture. They got brand names like Ashley, Coaster, Liberty, Sealy, Stearns and Foster, Pedic. And the tradition that always continues at Walls Furniture and Mattress, the tradition of a family-owned and operated business that truly cares about what's going on in the community and how a community better, and of course, always providing the best quality furniture at the lowest prices. Craig Robbins and the staff at Walls Furniture and Mattress truly treats you like family each and every time you walk through the door. So make sure you visit them, 3611 Nebo Road, Muncie, Indiana. So with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the third quarter, Trojans trailed by 8 at the half, took a 2-point lead in the third. Now they'll trail by 3, 29-26. back to action we go. Brown with the basketball for the Dragons. They'll go top of the key area to Moore. Moore is the coach's daughter. Almost drugged that pivot foot on that play. Now White, right corner to Eubanks. Eubanks with it, drives the right baseline, throws it out to Moore. Right side to Brown. Now underneath to White, and she's going to get tied up and double teamed. They're going to talk about this because they're going to say off the hands of White, who touched it last. 15th turnover on the Dragons with 2:32 left here in the third. The Dragons will put some full court pressure on the Lady Trojans. And it will work. The Loose Twins did not connect well right out of the gate with that full court pressure. That causes the fourth turnover in the quarter, 12th of the ball game. So Dragons will get it right back. 2:25 now left here in the third quarter. They have the basketball in the three-point lead. Inside to White. Right corner area to Moore. Now high, top of the key area, it's Brown. Right corner three by Moore. Off the mark, and rebound will come down to Minyard. Minyard pushes the ball down the court. We'll give it to Arthur. Will launch the top of the key three off the mark, no good. And it went off of Emily Luce. Exactly 2 minutes left here in this third quarter. Good Hoosier Heritage Conference basketball game going on this Tuesday night inside this historic field house in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Trojans knock that inbounds pass out. It will stay Dragons basketball. Newcastle with their 2-2-1 full court pressure. Brown with it, breaks the pressure herself, and will attack from the right side, force up a tough shot, no good. And reaching in after the Dragons get their 20th rebound will be Minyard, and that is her fourth. So two Lady Trojans with four, Caden Minyard and Carly Lanza, who's already on. Krim will go to the line to shoot her first free throws of tonight. And she will miss her first. The free throw shooting is just unbelievable. I can't wait to tell you this. Krim shoots 73% coming in tonight's contest, 11 out of 15. She missed her first. Will have one more, and she gives the Dragons another 4-point lead. She's 1 out of 2 in her set. They have shot 2, 4, 14 free throws and made 9 out of their 14. Newcastle shot 1 free throw. More, and that's the way to break the full court pressure with that fast break passing. Moore gets her first 2. Nice feed from Alana Orr. I'm sorry, I said Moore. Alana Orr gets her first 2. A nice feed from Mallory Owens. 30-28. Trojans trail by 2, and Owens will pick up a push foul. And that is going to be the 5th team foul on Newcastle, which will send them to the free throw line for 15 and 16. That is Mallory's first foul. So Krim, who went 1 out of 2 just a few moments ago, will hit her first. Nice high arcing shot there. 10 out of 15 tonight. Newcastle's 1 out of 2. Big disparity. And free throw is good. That time Krim will hit both. She's now 3 out of 4. And the lead is back up to 4 for the Dragons. 32-28. 1:20 left in the third. Inside to Mallory Owens. Out to now Orr. From the left corner, Alana knocks it down. That's the third trifecta made in the quarter by Newcastle. Megan Luce knocked down 2 earlier. 1-point lead with 55 seconds left in the fourth. Almost a steal by Megan Luce. It will stay Dragons basketball. Good third quarter for the Lady Trojans here. Let's see if they can find a way in the final now 50 seconds to possibly retake the lead. Trailing 32-31. Eubanks with it. High right side. Eubanks goes to Brown. High left side. Brown back to Eubanks. Right wing, it is Krim. Underneath to Murdoch. Shot up, no good. Rebound is Emily Luce. And with 25 seconds, right side to Arthur. Right elbow jumper. Good. Good. Piper Arthur gets her second field goal, and Newcastle's recaptured the lead by 1. 12 seconds left. Newcastle steals it. 16th turnover on the Dragons. 7 seconds to go. Now Emily. Left side. Orr's three. Yes! At the gun! Alana Orr will score a trifecta and give the Lady Trojans all kinds of momentum to wrap up the third and go into the fourth. They lead 36-32. We're going to take an end of the quarter break and come back with an exciting fourth quarter. I guarantee you it's going to be a lot of fun in this fourth quarter. The Lady Trojans are leading 36-32.
More than
back
X's and O's,
with more
playing high school football
after
has
this.
taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever home.
And we are ready for the fourth and final quarter. It's going to be Lady Trojans basketball to start things off here in the fourth quarter. And there's going to be a foul on a Dragon. Number 13 will be Brown. That's her second, the team's first here to start fourth quarter action. Newcastle underneath their own basket. Right side Arthur. Arthur, top of the key to Megan Luce, who was really special in that third quarter, along with sister Emily. They combined for 10 points. Now it's Megan Luce. She gets, they're going to call an illegal screen. That is her second. That will also count as a turnover. First in the quarter, 13th of the ball game. Good Hoosier Heritage Conference matchup. The Dragons are number 13 in 3A basketball, the second top 15 opponent that the Trojans have faced in Hoosier Heritage Conference play. Earlier this year, they lost to number 10 Pendleton Heights, 62-31, and it's just Murdoch's night. That thing took an awkward roll and bounce, and yet it still goes in. That's her fourth trifecta. All of her points have come from the three-point arc. She's got 12, and the lead is down to 1 for Newcastle. Turnover number 14. Eubanks gets stripped by Emily Luce. Nice strip by Emily. 17th turnover on the Dragons. Here is Arthur's three. Oh, no. That is horrible. That is horrible, folks. That was a nice spot-up three by Piper Arthur. Bobby Jones is living. I can see why. That is horrible. 15th turnover on Newcastle. 3 straight turnovers that will knock away a 3-ball from Piper Arthur. Wow. Where did that come from? Underneath the Eubanks. Pump fake, shot up, contact, no call. Over the back, no call, but it will be Newcastle basketball. They've got to get things under control here, Mr. Bob Walsh, Paul Williams, and Kevin Barrow. Full court pressure, 1-point lead for Newcastle, and fouling Emily Luce in the backcourt. Take your pick. Will it be Moore or Brown? They're going to give it on Brown, which will be her third and the team's second. Flagle will check back in for the Dragons. She averages just under 10, been pretty quiet tonight. They'll stay in their pressure. Quickly to Mallory, over to Orr. Now it's Arthur. Arthur left elbow pass to Mallory, shot up and good. Beautiful passing by the Lady Trojans. Sets up Mallory Owens to give the Lady Trojans a 3-point lead with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the contest. 38-35, Trojans lead. Dragons basketball. Here is Krim off the glass and will score. That's her first field goal. She's got 4 free throws. Arthur, pass to Orr. 8-footer from the left side, air ball, but Mallory's got the rebound. Now it's Emily Luce attacking off the glass and scores. 8 points for Emily, first 2 of the fourth. 3-point lead for Newcastle, 40-37. See if they can get it done on the defensive end once again. Left corner 3, Murdoch just can't miss lately, but she does there. Rebound fought for, and Newcastle will come away with it. Megan Luce with the rock. Bobby Jones says, get across the timeline, let's talk about it and call a timeout. So with 5:16 left in the ball game, Newcastle leads 40-37, and we'll take a quick timeout. Back with more Lady Trojans basketball right after this.
To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a life.
More than exercise.
Okay, back we go with Carly Lanzer checking in with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. With 4 fouls. Briscoe operating in the paint. Left-handed shot, turnaround blocked by Krim. That will also count as a turnover. Here's a 3 by Murdoch off the mark. Briscoe almost had the rebound. Lanzer's now got it. Now Emily Luce. Carly's going to try to find some rhythm, who was set out the majority of this ball game. Megan, right side, Arthur. Over to Emily. Newcastle. Oh, dribbles off her leg, does Emily Luce. That is turnover number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the quarter. 17th in the ball game, yet they still lead by 3, 40-37. 2-3 zone for the Lady Trojans. Right side, it's Moore. Top of the key at Brown as we approach the 4-minute mark left in the contest. Almost a steal by Megan. Oh, she stepped on that sideline. Nice try, though. Megan Luce almost pulled that off. Being aggressive in the passing lane was Megan on that possession. Just couldn't quite keep the feet in. We have exactly 4 minutes left in the ball game. Trojans up 3 inside the Crim. Left corner, it's Murdoch's 3. Good. Murdoch is murdering us from the outside. That is her 2-4-5 trifecta of the ball game, and we're tied at 40. That foul will be on Brown, who's now got 4 fouls. And that is the team's third with 3:44 left. Mallory Owens is going to check back in for the Lady Trojans. Checking out will be Briscoe, who has really played a solid few minutes tonight as the freshman. She's got 1 field goal, some hustle play, some good defense out there as well. Top of the key, Arthur. She'll launch. Oh, down deep and came out. And that's a bad pass on the Dragons. That is their second turnover in the quarter, 18th of the ball game. Newcastle has 17, so the turnovers are pretty much equaled out. I do have the Dragons down in Newcastle, 21-19. 3:30 left in the ball game. We are knotted up at 40. Luce, Owens, free throw line. Back to Emily Luce. Left corner, Megan. Back to Emily. Emily gets into the paint. Nice pass to Owens, and she missed the layup. And once again, the Dragons will throw it away. That was a nice pass. Emily Luce to Mallory Owens, and Mallory up a little too strong from the right block. Could have gave the Lady Trojans a 2-point lead. 3:05 left here in the ball game. It would be good to see Carly again try to find some offensive rhythm, and head coach Bobby Jones will take another timeout. We'll keep this one here and talk about some more of our good sponsors like Ultra Dry, 209 West Main Street in Mount Summit, Indiana. When it comes to water damage restoration, fire damage, biohazard cleanup, or hard floor wood drying, sewage removal, get your free consultation from Ultra Dry, 209 West Main Street in Mount Summit, Indiana. They have round-the-clock emergency response as well. Simply call Ultra Dry at 765-836-5005. McDonald's, 1720 South Memorial Drive in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana, is the place to go for those delicious breakfast sandwiches, delicious burgers, and, of course, their world-famous fries. McDonald's, 1720 South Memorial Drive, again in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. So with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in this ball game, the Lady Trojans have the rock. They'll come out of their own timeout, tied at. Let's see what head coach Bobby Jones has drawn up. Right corner to Lanzer. Lanzer gets a reach-in foul on Brown. If it's on Brown, it's her 5th. It will be on Brown, and she has just committed her 5th foul. She will foul out, averaging 8 points a ball game. She will only score 2 tonight, but a lot of hustle and defense out there. She has been a defense specialist on Carly tonight, as well as some other players. So her services are done for Craig Moore. Carly will inbounds, right quarter to Emily Luce. Emily will throw a bounce pass over to Mallory Owens on the left block. She goes up and is fouled. Emily, such a good job at penetrating and finding the open lady, and she found Mallory Owens on that left block. So Mallory, who is shooting 57% on the season, 4 out of 7, has 2 here. First one is up, and it will go in. I thought it was going to be a little strong, hit the back of the rim and stayed in, though. Nice free throw for Mallory. She will have one more in this set to give Newcastle hopefully a 2-point lead. And, this time it is too strong, and rebound is down to the Dragons. 1-point lead. Flagel with the rock. 2:35 left in the ball game. Flagel left side to Eubanks. They try to go. Krim kicks out to Flagel. 3 in the air, off the mark. Rebound fought for. It's going to stay Dragon basketball. You're hearing head coach Bobby Jones saying we just cannot get a good rebound when we need one. 2:23 left in the ball game. Dragons basketball. Newcastle leads by 1. Krim with it. Backs it out of the paint. Newcastle in their man-to-man, or I should say lady-to-lady. Moore out to Murdoch. Got to keep an eye on her. She's knocking down threes all over the place. Flagel's carrying the ball all over the place. They won't call it. Murdoch's 3 off the mark. Rebound will come to Flagel off the mark, and Mallory Owens has a rebound and pushed in the back. They've been over the foul, so going to the line once again will be Owens. Newcastle's been in the bonus for quite some time now, so Mallory, who went 1 out of 2 in her last set just a few moments ago, will have 2 here to hopefully give Newcastle a 3-point lead if she makes them both. Here's the first one. Good. Kind of a line drive free throw that she got, but hey, when they go in, we'll make them look however way she can. And right now, let's see if she can go 2 for 2 in this set, and she does. So 3 out of 4 for Mallory in the fourth quarter. Very good there. Gives Newcastle a 3-point lead with 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the ball game. Eubanks, right side. A good defensive stop will go a long way here. Here's a 3 by Moore. Off the mark, Owens with the rebound. Outlet to Arthur. Over to Lanzer, and she will back it out. Oh, and then Carly lost control of it, and that turnover, sometimes you just can't stay in your own prosperity. Trojans had a chance to work some clock, make them possibly foul you, and instead they will have their 18th turnover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th in the quarter. 18th in the ball game. 1:20 left in the game. Dragons trailing by 3. Flagel, right side. They're going to call a foul on Piper Arthur away from the ball. It's only the Trojans' second team foul and Arthur's second. Not a lot of damage done there other than it was a ticky-tack foul. Bobby Jones wants to call a timeout. We'll do the same. 1:14 left in the ball game. Newcastle leads 43-40. Back after this timeout.
The nose. Playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character.
Okay, back to action we go. Dragons basketball inbounds to Eubanks, there's a tie-up. Alternating arrow will keep it. Dragons Dragons basketball. Almost, it was good defensive play, but almost a special defensive play. Here's Eubanks. Murdoch into Eubanks on the left elbow. She will go up and score. 1 point ball game, 60 seconds left in the contest. Need to operate at a premium. There's the bump foul on Murdoch, and that's going to send Emily Luce to the line to shoot 2. I don't know if head coach Craig Moore wanted a quick foul there. It's kind of not a bad strategy to go for it with 54 seconds left in the game. You're down 1. Put pressure on a Lady Trojan. Emily Luce shoots 56% on the season. She will have 2 here. First one is up and short. She's 0 for 2 tonight. She'll have 1 more to try to give the Lady Trojans a 2-point lead. And she does. 2-point lead, Newcastle. Under the 50-second mark we go. Craig Moore says we've got time, spread the court, and let's work for a good one. I think the plan is to get it to Eubanks. Here's Flagel. Left side, Eubanks. Left corner, Murdoch's 3. God, Lord, she hit another one. She hit another one. 1 point lead for the Dragons. Bobby Jones will call another timeout, and someone tell me about this sharpshooter, the 5'5" sophomore who didn't even start, is just lighting it up here in the field house. She's knocked down 3 trifectas in the money quarter, this fourth quarter, 2 in the second quarter, and 1 in the first. All of her points have been, she missed her 2 free throws, all of her points have been from the arc. 18 points for her to lead all scores in this ball game. So with 22.3 seconds left in the contest, Bob Walsh says this is going to be a great finish. I think it's going to be a great finish. The Lady Trojans have the basketball. Of course, Bob is the head official here. And you got to figure something involving Lanzer. Emily Luce may be attacking to set up Lanzer. Megan Luce has been on fire. So a lot of options out there with 22.3. They throw to Owens out of the inbounds, and she loses control. That turnover was number 20 on Newcastle, and now you got a foul. And there it is, Emily Luce fouling Eubanks with 17 seconds to go. Newcastle down 1. They decided to go, and that's only the 3rd team foul, so you got to foul 2 quick ones here to force free throws by the Dragons. So don't waste much time fouling. Oh, that should have been. Lanzer can't foul. Well, that's. So Lanzer will foul out with the 5th foul. That's where you got to have one of your other Lady Trojans foul. But so Lanzer's duties are done tonight. With 14 seconds left, Lady Trojans need to foul now. You got to foul. And there it is. Well, no, they let it. They didn't call it. They still didn't call it with 5 seconds. And now with 4 seconds to go, Newcastle were very, very late on fouling there, and that's going to send Moore to the line to shoot 2, and with only 4 seconds left, you don't leave much time to get it across the timeline and try to tie it up. This free throw is up and in and out, no good. or will be checking in on the next dead ball. She does for Minyard. This free throw by Moore is good. Emily Luce. Oh, just off the mark. That would have won the game if it would in. So at the end of the game, the Lady Trojans once again will lose to this New Palestine team by 2 points. 46-44. Wow. Had the number 13 team on the ropes here in the field house, but just could not pull off the upset. A good, hard-fought game by the Lady Trojans. One that, you just feel like they just let slip through their grasp. Maybe some better execution down the stretch. Possibly could have sealed off the deal, but you got to give Craig Moore and his Lady Dragons team credit. They did some good things down the stretch to get the 46-44 victory. So what we're going to do now is take our end of the game timeout, gather up some stats, and come back with our post-game show, which will include the head coach, Bobby Jones. You are listening to Lady Trojans basketball on the Nash 102.5 app and Nash FM 1025.com, and also on the video stream on YouTube, the NC Trojan Report. Back with our postgame after this timeout.
For my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
Get on board. The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board. Get on board.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future. In a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best.
Back we are inside the field house here in an always beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. The Lady Trojans played their hearts out tonight against the number 13th ranked Dragons of New Palestine. They will lose a tough one by a final score of 46-44. So Newcastle put up 8 points in the fourth quarter, and the Dragons put up 14. Trojans get outscored in the fourth quarter 14-8. Just some final notes I'm doing. Lady Trojans outscored the Dragons, though, in that third quarter 16-8. That was the most points scored in any quarter. But in the fourth quarter, they just could not convert. And they finally started getting to the free throw in the fourth quarter, thanks to Mallory Owens going 3 of 4. Emily Luce was 1 out of 2. Newcastle shoots 8 free throws, makes 5 of them. But the Dragons shoot, get this, folks, 18 free throws. 18 free throws. Newcastle only shoots 8. The Dragons were 12 out of 18. And in my opinion, that was one of the areas that the game was lost. But the other area was the three balls, thanks to a Sawyer Murdoch of the Dragons. She made 6 out of probably 10 attempts. She was the big difference in tonight's contest. Without that outside shooting by Sawyer Murdoch off the bench, Newcastle would have won this game. Had 6. Gabriella Brown had 4. Kendra Moore, the coach's daughter, had 5. And Allison White added a field goal. She had 2. The Dragons had 20 turnovers and 25 rebounds. Again, they were 12 out of 18 from the charity stripe. The Lady Trojans were led in by Emily Luce. No one got in double digits tonight for the Lady Trojans. Emily Luce had 9, the closest one to do that. Carly Lanzer fouls out in foul trouble throughout the ball game. She leads the team in scoring at just under 18 a ball game. She only had a season low 3 points all in the opening quarter, a field goal and an and one free throw. Megan Luce caught fire in the third quarter, knocking down 2 trifectas. She had 6 points. Piper Arthur had a 3-ball and a 2-ball. She has 5. Mallory Owens came on late in the fourth quarter with 3 out of 4 free throws and a field goal. She had 7. Caden Minyard had 4. Alana Orb had 8. And the freshman, the 6-foot freshman, Kinley Briscoe, getting some good varsity action early tonight, had a field goal in the second quarter, so she had 2. Again, the Lady Trojans only shoot 8 free throws tonight. They average coming in tonight shooting 15. So they almost cut in half there with 5 out of 8 from the charity stripe. The Lady Trojans averaging 19 turnovers a ball game. I had them at 20. And they averaged 27 rebounds per contest. I had them at 22. So a hard-fought Hoosier Heritage Conference battle that will be another loss to a ranked opponent in Hoosier Heritage Conference play. Earlier this year, the Lady Trojans lost to the number 10 Pendleton Heights Arabians 62-31. Join us now in the postgame show is the head skipper himself of our Lady Trojans, Bobby Jones. And Coach Jones, I tell you what, you and Craig Moore have been battling each other for 3 years now. You've both been in charge of your programs for 3 years, and all 3 years these ball games have went down to the wire between you two. 2 years ago, you lost on this home court in a tight one, 42-40, giving up an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter. Last year at their place, you lose a 2-point ball game, 39-37 at New Pal. Then again here tonight, another 2-point loss, 46-44. I mean, you guys just play tight ball games every time you match up, it seems like. But what a hard-fought conference battle tonight, again, against the number 13th ranked Dragons of New Pal.
Well, I'm proud of our girls in that regard. You know, we had a talk at halftime about our effort and our intensity and our inability to get off to a start where we're putting the pressure on the other team. And to our girls' credit, they responded and came out in the third quarter and you know, really came back on them. And I really felt like in the third and fourth quarter we dictated the pace of the game, the physicality of the game, and we were able to get some buckets underneath. Had a couple girls step up and make some shots, and it was just some timely turnovers late in the fourth quarter that got us. And I'm just looking at the book here. They had a girl that doesn't score hardly step up and score 18 on us tonight. So that was probably the difference in the game, is they had somebody come in and step up and make shots. I thought we had their point guard bottled up pretty good. Coach's daughter, Moore, number 11, I thought we did a good job of guarding her, especially in the second half. But she got loose on us a couple times there and was able to get to the free throw line. But effort, I can't fault our effort.
They had 4 players all hovering around double digits. Of course, Eubanks averaging 13, one averaging 9.5, 8 and 8. You kept all 4 of their players well below their averages tonight. That were their main scorers. And then this sophomore kid comes off the bench, averaging 4 points a ball game, shooting only 26% from the three-point arc coming into tonight. I don't keep individual shooting, but I would say she is probably 6 out of 10 from the arc. She knocks down 6 of those things. And I give him credit for riding that hot hand because she caught fire fairly. She had 1 3-ball in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter, and none in the third. But in the fourth quarter, she knocks down 3 more. And without her hot hand, I mean, I think you win this ball game. The other thing, Coach, I want to bring up was they lived. They shot 18 free throws, making 12 out of 18. And you normally shoot about 15 a game. They were cut in half. You were 5 out of 8 tonight. So
we talked about that after the game. You know, against a team like that, as physical as they are, you've got to be able to put the pressure on them by driving the basketball to the hoop. And crashing the boards. And those were 2 things that we didn't do a great job of tonight, and we were still in the game. So we're right there. Obviously, we've got 12 girls that we dress, and there's probably 10 of them that are going to end up seeing major varsity minutes this year. So in that regard, we're still trying to figure out a rotation that we can stick with, 7, 8-man rotation. And that's a process in itself. But the girls are starting to figure each other out. I just hate it for them that we weren't able to get over the hump against a good basketball team like New Pal. We're playing physical basketball because we have to against HHC opponents. But at some point, the ball's going to bounce our way, and we're going to get that big win that just kind of takes your season and catapults it into something pretty special. But right now, our girls they're to the best of their ability. They're doing what we ask them to do, and our defense was pretty good tonight.
I thought, and Carly Lanzer, of course, averaging almost 18 a ball game. You pretty much didn't even have her services tonight.
Yeah.
I thought the officiating was weird early. They were bumping and pushing Carly a lot of times, not calling on it. And then she gets a couple questionable calls that could have went either way. But nonetheless, she was in foul trouble throughout the ball game. So pretty much her services were not even depended upon tonight because of her foul trouble. Yet, I give the other girls credit for stepping up because they're used to Carly being out there and contributing 18 points a ball game.
Yeah.
They had to step up and figure out other ways to get things done, and they were able to do that.
That's exactly what they did. Alana came in and knocked down 2 threes, and her defense was pretty good too. Briscoe came in and got a couple big rebounds for us. So it's just a matter of putting the pieces together and putting 4 quarters together. I mean, I felt like tonight the effort was there. Just crunch time situations, free throw here, free throw there, missed layup. Those are things that you got to, I'm looking at the book here, and we scored 20 points in the third quarter, and we scored 8 in the fourth. You're just not going to beat a good team doing that. You jump out on them, and you get that lead in the third quarter. Right now, we're not very good at putting our foot on the pedal and driving it home. So it'll happen. I told them, I said, our day's coming. Next week's a tough week because we've got LaPel on Monday, we've got Connorsville on Tuesday, and then we've got Shelbyville on Friday, I believe, Thursday or Friday.
That's right.
So those are 3 winnable games. I know LaPel's undefeated, but it's a winnable game. I don't think that they're playing near the schedule that we're playing. So hopefully our schedule has prepared us to go over to LaPel and have a good showing. But again, we're a lot better team when Carly's on the floor and she's doing her thing. Tonight just wasn't her night, and a couple of those, I talked to her after the game, lowering the shoulder and just driving it right through somebody. You got to be able to jump stop and shoot that pull-up jumper.
Yeah.
But she's still young. We still got her for 2 years, and she's a real good basketball player, and hopefully we can keep her out of foul trouble.
The other thing I want to bring up, with 1:14 left in the ball game, you call a timeout. I think it's tied at 40.
Yeah.
Was that the design call? It looked like a lob pass into Mallory going to the right block, which the play was there. It almost worked to perfection. Maybe slightly too high, or just maybe Mallory just couldn't quite control it for whatever reason. But I just was curious if that was the design play, because it looked like it was there.
Yeah, we wanted the back screen for her, throw the lob over the top for Megan. I thought the pass was good. Even if Mallory catches that, she gets fouled.
Yeah.
Because we're under our basket, but just bobbled it, but you still got to play defense. And we just weren't able to get that stop, keep them off the free throw line.
Mallory hit some big free
She
throws
did.
in the fourth quarter, going 3 out of 4, and those last 2 were back-to-back. You really needed those, and again, just only 8 attempts. You average about 15 a ball game. That really hurts you. I just thought all the breaks, for whatever reason, usually at home you get more breaks than what I thought you got. You deserved at least another 2 or 3 that were big time in my opinion, and they go to the line 18 times. So between number 5, Murdoch, just shooting lights out, and then the disparity at the free throw line, I thought that's where the game was lost.
It just seems like when we're in a close game against a tough opponent, we're not going to get breaks, and a lot of it is self-inflicted. At some point, our girls got to say, hey, we got a 3-point lead here. Let's get a great shot. Let's not be in a hurry. Let's take a great shot. Let's work the ball. Let's put the pressure on them to stop us. Let's not give them any help by turning the ball over and kicking it to the other end of the floor. We've got to get better in that regard. We said after the game, layups, free throws, open shots. I don't think we had many turnovers tonight, but the turnovers that we did have, that hurt us.
Yeah.
It was late in the game.
Yeah. Especially that one you're up 2 or 3, and Carly's got it. And I was writing down something. I looked up, and somehow she lost it. That was a weird turnover. And then the other thing that was just horrendous call, wiped 3 points off the scorebook.
Yeah.
Was Piper Arthur. That wasn't even close.
It was a great shot.
To being a trap. I don't know what he saw. I have no idea what he saw. It wasn't even close to being a trap. I'm looking at that play. It was right dead smack in front of me. And I would love to go back and look at it. I don't have to look at it on film. That was not a trap.
I felt like she stepped right into her shot.
Yeah.
Drained it. And
3 points gone, or you win by
every
one.
time New Pal caught the ball, they shuffled their feet into their shot. So it's just some inconsistency, but there isn't any one play that cost us the game. It was just in crunch time when the game's on the line and you've got the lead. You got to get together as a team and say, hey, let's get a stop. Let's talk about this. Who's got who? And we'll work on that. We'll get better at that. But we're going to be ready for Lapel.
So, yep, that'll be your next opponent. On Monday, you'll take on Lapel. Our next broadcast will be at home on the 9th, I believe, of – I have to check that date. But against Connersville, the next home game here, we'll be doing that game. So I thank you for coming out, Coach, for the post-game show. I know you're proud of your girls. Good effort tonight, just so close to knocking off the number 13 team.
Good team effort. I'm proud of them, and we're just going to keep chipping away.
That's right. Well, thanks for coming out,
Thanks
Coach.
for the coverage.
That's head coach Bobby Jones of our Green Mean Fighting Lady Trojan Machine. And for a final time tonight, here inside the Fieldhouse, the Lady Trojans lose 46-44. This Friday night, Ryan James and I will be on the road as the boys varsity team will get into action, and then we will return. That game, by the way, is going to be at Hamilton Heights this Friday night for boys varsity basketball, and the next game will be Saturday night for the boys at home against Cecina. So until Friday night, have a good, safe rest of the week, and Ryan James and I will both talk to you Friday night from Hamilton Heights for boys varsity basketball.